Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here, and today we need to talk about G2. I know we've been talking about him a lot recently, and we're going to be talking about him once again because I need to go on a little bit of a rant. I need to blow off some steam, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do as well. There's definitely going to be some spoilers in this video, so if you haven't watched the LEC this weekend or don't want to hear about it or whatever, now's your chance to click away. But it was another very, very tough weekend for G2, and in a completely different way than some of the other weekends have been. And I know, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen before that I actually have this G2 jersey. You know, I root for them. I do like this team, also just because I'm a big fan of the West in League of Legends, and I think G2 has been the West's best chance the last couple of years. Coming in with Reckless this year, it seemed like they were going to be the West's best chance again, but now I'm done with them, all right? I am officially done with G2 for the rest of this year. I'm still going to wear the jersey. I like the jersey. But I'm done saying, oh, the G2 is going to flip the switch. Oh, 2019 G2 is going to come back. We're not talking about that anymore. But we'll be going over all that in today's video. Definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I'd appreciate it so much. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. So we start off with a little meme. You receive Elder Drake. I receive another 0-2 week. G2 is now on, I believe, a 5-game losing streak in the LEC. And yes, it is just the regular season. But man, are things very, very problematic. G2 came in, which was supposed to be a year where they were going to dominate the LEC with Reckless. They were maybe going to have the best player at every single position in the LEC. And all of a sudden, do they have the best player at any position in the LEC? Wunder is not the best top laner. Mickey is probably not the best support. Jankos is not the best jungler right now. Caps is definitely not the best mid laner right now. Maybe you can make a case for Reckless as the best AD carry, but man, G2 is struggling. And everyone's like, oh, well, G2, you know, they are a best of 5 team, whatever. They'll come back in the playoffs. That's what everyone said in the spring, too, and that didn't happen. They ended up getting 3rd. And I think the LEC as a whole has leveled up since the spring split and into the summer split. And G2 looks similar, if not worse. I mean, this team went, what, 14-4, 15-3 in the spring split regular season. So this team looks worse. I think there's a legitimate chance that G2 might not make Worlds all of a sudden. And I guess first we just need to start by watching the end of this Misfits against G2 game that happened on Saturday. If you guys haven't watched it, if you guys don't know what happened, you got to figure out what's going on. So this screenshot here, right now, G2 is up 10,500 gold. They have Mountain Soul. They have 2 inhibitors down, I believe. I believe they took the mid inhib here. 2 inhibitors down. They have Baron. They have everything. It is 30 minutes into the game. This game should be all but over. They have Baron. They should have Prio. Elder Drake, as you can see in the top left, spawns in 28 seconds. So not a ton of time. G2 kind of needs to reset, but if they're going to reset, they need to do so in a hurry. But this game should be completely over. Now, let's just kind of see what happens here, how this game plays out. I mean, this is a game that any team would really win at a 95 to 99% clip, but G2, whose goal is to be one of the best teams in the world, who wants to compete for a world championship, should be clearing this out way more. So first, you know, we start some recalls. Jankos is dead. He's up in 6 seconds. So by the time Jankos respawns, Elder will be up in 6 seconds. We start Mickey recalling here. We have, I believe this is Reckless recalling here as well. And there's 12 seconds on this Elder. So all of a sudden, this is going to give Misfits priority. Misfits is going to get some lanes pushing. They're going to be able to set up vision. They're going to have good setup at this Elder. And that's not looking great for G2. But, you know, whatever. It's not the end of the world if they just have to face check. They're strong enough. It shouldn't really matter. But, man, things just get really weird. Mickey has to cancel his recall. Wunder still has a recall. Don't really know what his plan is. He has TP, yeah, but Mickey is just now recalling. Again, there's 4 seconds left until Elder respawns now, and Mickey is about to put himself in the base. Wunder still hasn't started recalling. Elder is now spawned, and Wunder just starts his recall right now. The Elder Dragon has spawned. Yes, Wunder does have TP, and he's going to TP in, but Misfits, despite being down 10,000 gold, they have some decent DPS. They have a Kai'Sa that is absolutely going to shred through Elder Dragon. And you will see right now, the closest G2 member to this is Tristana, who is not yet even at blue buff at this point. It's going to be close if this Elder Drake doesn't just shred before. It almost seems like G2 is just conceding it, which, you know, would suck, but it would be okay. G2 has still plenty of towers up. Even if Misfits, you know, the Elder buff doesn't last very long, so Misfits wouldn't just be able to push an end off this or anything like that. But man, this is super weird. The G2 had everything, and they're going to give away Elder. Okay, whatever. You know, I think it's a weird decision, bad decision, but whatever. It shouldn't really cost too much, but all of a sudden it looks like G2's going to contest this. Wonders TPing in. Reckless and Caps are there. Yankos is still not even close. Now the Elder Dragon's gone. So now G2 is just going to disengage, right? They're going to back off. Yes, Alistar is able to get a combo onto them, but look at how far away the Misfits players are. This shouldn't be a team fight. It shouldn't really matter. You're not going to fight into Elder Dragon. And G2, again, they have a chance to kite back here. They almost kill. But Mickey decides to go in. Yankos decides to go in. He flashes in. He's dead before he even gets to do anything. G2 takes this fight. What are they doing? And obviously, they all start to get deleted. You are fighting into an Elder Drake. Mundo, who was at one point unkillable, now all of a sudden becomes very killable in a 5v1 with Elder. And guess what? Spoiler alert, Misfits goes from 10k down to a minute later, pushing in and ending this game. And this is absolutely crazy to me. And yes, you can say, oh, G2 played a good game against Misfits. Misfits is pretty good this year. They're 6-2 or whatever. And they should have beat them, but they didn't. But oh well, G2's looking better. But really, Misfits, a lot of people are saying, is a little overrated right now. People are saying Misfits is probably not as good as their record would say. And you see G2 with that 10k gold lead, and you would absolutely believe that. I just cannot believe what happened here to G2. This loss makes absolutely no sense. It is so disgusting. What is up with those recalls? What is up with that management? How are you not prepared for the Elder Drake? And even if you're not going to be prepared for the Elder Drake, how do you contest a fight there? How do you let a team down 11k gold get an Elder Drake fight without a flank, without any kind of engage, any setup, anything like that? You actually chose the fight onto them. G2 is a mess. They are so not on the same page at all. Their players are underperforming. They're not playing as a team. Everything is going terribly, and obviously this led to a lot of community talk. This was popping off on Twitter. We had all different kinds of people saying different stuff. Carlos said this is God trying to tell us something, where I was like, what does that mean, Carlos? Are you saying there's going to be some roster moves this offseason? I think that is definitely getting more and more likely and more possible, especially if G2 doesn't win a championship in the summer split, especially if G2 doesn't even make it to Worlds, which would be possible. We also had the response for Grabs, where he said, I take this loss over the 3 we had before. Misfits is a strong team, and we looked pretty dominant until we found our magic ways again to dramatically change the outcome of the game. Before we looked really lost today. Today should have been a W. Sorry to all the fans. And I hate this response. Trying to downplay what has happened. Like, oh, Misfits has been a strong team. Again, you're a team that is trying to compete for a world championship. This is a Misfits team that you should outclass. You should be better than at every single position. No one actually thinks Misfits is the best team in the LEC right now. If you ask most people, it would be Rogue, and then it would probably be Mad Lions second, and then it would probably be Fnatic third, and then Misfits comes in the conversation at like fourth. Just because they have a good record does not mean that this is okay to be dropping games to a team like Misfits in this way. I hate so much of what is going on. I think I've said it time and time again. I think it is time for G2 to move on from Grabs. I think at one point his personality, his coaching style, everything worked, but I think G2 needs a different voice, a different vision right now, because clearly something is going very, very wrong. I cannot believe how terrible G2 has looked and all this stuff, and it's just 2019 G2 to me is not coming back at this point. I'm not going to keep holding my breath. I did pick them to bounce back in summer, but man, I wish I could take that back. The one saving grace I think that maybe G2 has is that the LEC is going to be back in the studio this next week, which I think should be hopefully a big advantage for G2 over some other teams with some younger players, some less experienced players. But man, I can't believe this game happened. I cannot believe they lost this. Everyone is talking about this. Everyone is flaming them, and rightfully so. G2, to me, is looking pretty finished. They're 4-5 now in the LEC, and I don't know if they're coming back. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Tell me, drop a like if you did enjoy it. I'd appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about G2? Do you think they'll bounce back? Are you picking them to make Worlds? Are you picking them to win Summer? Are you picking them to just keep on sucking? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay updated on the latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.